Everybody, thanks for coming. We're going to try something a little different. We're going to start the Soki Wellness Challenge, where each month we're going to discuss a healthy habit and creating these healthy habits and tying them in to the Soki products. So the information I'm presenting is for educational purposes, and it's not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. I'm not a medical doctor. If you have a medical condition or concerns, it's always best to consult with your own healthcare provider. And the information I'm stating has not been evaluated by the FDA. So my name is Mara Gerke, and I am a herbalist and aromatherapist and a natural health professional and health coach. And I'm an independent distributor for the Soki products. And I'm really excited that you're all here to join me tonight. So I want to tell you a little bit about me and the little vision that we have. In 1994, I had an accident that resulted in RSD and CRPS, which left me with a lot of chronic pain and a lot of symptoms and ability to initiate movement. I really had labored walking and was on a cane. And my recovery began as a crawl, turned into a walk, and then I found Soki and it turned into a jog and a run. So during this transformation that I had with my health, I realized that everything I did before my accident contributed or brought me to my body's response after the accident. And if I wanted something different, I had to change some of the things I did before. So that led me to the healthy habits. So after I found the Soki products in 2005 and started using them, I decided to continue my education in natural health, and I went back to school and I got certified as an aromatherapist, as in herbs and as natural health. And what I love to do with Soki is help others improve the quality of their life using essential oils, plants, food, and other natural supplements to promote well-being, improve their health, promote healing, and prevent illness. So before we start, I want to share with everybody what wellness really is, because just because you feel good doesn't mean that you're really well. Wellness is a quality or state of being healthy in your body and mind, especially as a result of deliberate effort. So it's a different approach to healthcare that emphasizes on preventing illness and prolonging life, as opposed to emphasizing treating diseases. So one of the ways you achieve wellness is by building a strong foundation. And your foundation are essential habits that you need to sustain you throughout your life. Exercise, water, clean air, a clean environment. You need to eat good food. You need to maintain gut health. Make sure your elimination, digestion, and detoxification organs are open. You need to manage your emotions, stress, anger, fear, sadness. You need to make sure that you sleep, and you need to take time for prayer and socialization, because we can't do it alone. Some people say they do, but I don't really think that that's possible. So I came up with the idea, and I just finished my little lifestyle guide, Healthy Habits Challenge, Creating Healthy Habits, where I talk about clean water, eating good food, moving your body, gut health, digestion and elimination, supporting your weakest link and general supplementation, limiting your exposure to toxins, balancing your emotions, and faith, hope, and prayer. So I'm going to tie this journey, which is what I basically went through to get well, with you and the Soki products. So I really don't think that there's a coincidence, because I don't really believe in coincidences. I think everything's, kind of pre-planned, pre-made, that the earth and our bodies are approximately 60 to 70% water. And most of us really don't think about drinking water unless we're super thirsty. And water happens to be one of the most overlooked habits and one of the most beneficial habits you can have. So our bodies really need water. All our cells, organs, and tissues use water to regulate our body temperature and to perform all the body functions. Water helps protect our tissues, our spinal cord, and our joints. It helps our body remove wastes and assists in digestion. And it helps to keep us from becoming dehydrated. because there's a lot of symptoms associated with dehydration. And a lot of people that I've worked with over the past 13 years now seem to be lacking in one of these essential healthy habits, and many of them were with water. If you don't drink enough water, you can get constipated. You could have fogginess or confusion. It can contribute to low or high blood pressure. Low blood pressure because there's not enough volume in your blood, and high blood pressure because there's not enough water to wash out the salts. Muscle weakness, trouble losing weight, dry skin, fatigue, and dizziness and headaches. Not only do we need to drink water, but we need to make sure that the water we're drinking is clean. So if you don't filter your water, you may want to take time to read the National Primary Drinking Water Regulations. It's an enforceable standard that applies to all public drinking water systems. It doesn't apply to well water. Okay, there's no standards for that. So if you're thinking, well, I have well water, I don't need to worry about it, you do. And once you familiarize yourself with the National Primary Drinking Water Regulation, or if you happen to live in a municipality or a city, a lot of times once a year they'll send you a report of your water. And once you read this, you'll understand that there's no debate on whether toxins exist in our water. The question is, they've determined what is too much, but do we really know how much is too much after 50, 60, 70 years of drinking something? So water filtration is really key. And then you also wonder what type of water you should be drinking. Tap water, there's really it's full of what the national standards say. Bottled water, there's really no regulations for bottled water, and some studies say that 40 to 50% of bottled water is actually just tap water. And then there's distilled water, and some natural health advocates will say distilled water is the way to go, but I don't agree with that. I think it's good in certain situations, but not all the time, because distilled water tends to be very acidic, which can draw minerals from the body. Then there's alkaline water. And again, that's not good all the time because it can impede the stomach and digestion, which is very important to remain acidic. And there's filtered tap water, which is the best, using reverse osmosis ion exchange with carbon. And it's always good to make sure that your water is the pH neutral, somewhere between 6.5 to 7, because 7's neutral as far as pH goes. So how much water should you drink? Okay, I think you need to drink a minimum of half your body weight in ounces per day. Okay. Saying that, green drinks like Go Green, herbal teas, and liquids from soups and fruits and veggies also count as water. So if you're one of those people that does green drinks and herbal teas and eats a lot of soup, you may not want to actually have half of your body weight in ounces per day of water. You want to look at everything that you're consuming that's liquid and make sure that all of it together is adding up to half your body weight in ounces per day. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you're going to shoot for 50 ounces of water, green drinks, herbal teas, or liquids from soups and fruits and veggies. And then when I sat and reflected on the Soki multi-energy approach and I looked at life uses a multi-energy approach. The air provides us oxygen, which gives us our breath, and it's really one of the most beneficial as far as generating energy in the body, breathing. The sun provides heat and light, and we absorb that. The earth provides us food and water, which intermingles with our digestion. And the dark provides us night, which is when our body has to sleep and replenish and repair, not really repair, replace itself and do all its dusting and cleaning. So it all works together with the north and south poles and the moon, the magnetic and gravitational energy. It all floats about. So life is a multi-energy approach. And energy is actually what we're made of. When you look at quantum physics, quantum physicists discovered that physical atoms are made up of vortices of energy that are constantly spinning and vibrating, each one radiating at its own unique energy signature. And if you observe the composition of an atom with a microscope, you would see a small, invisible, tornado-like vortex with a number of infinitely small energy vortices called quarks and photons. These are what make up the structure of the atom. An atom actually has no physical structure. And we actually, according to quantum physicists, have no physical structure, that physical things really are just comprised of atoms, which are made out of invisible energy. So it's, kind of out there, but when you look at SOKI and you look at water and the multi-energy of life and the multi-energy of the traditional philosophies like Ayurvedic and Chinese, they incorporated all these energies together in their wellness. So SOKI wellness products give you the thermal energy, like the energy from the sun. It's photons, and they give you electrical energy with E-power and ERE, like the north and south poles and all the electrical energy running about. We have the nutritional energy of the products, and we have the motion energy of the Chi machine, creating movement. And SOKI goes with water, because if you look at the instructions for any of the SOKI products, it recommends that you drink water before and after using them. And the reason for that is if we don't have water, nutrients can't get transported through our body and waste can't get out of our body, because we need that fluid to move things and transport things. So water is a very essential part of the multi-energy approach. It hydrates our cells and helps our body eliminate waste. And when our body's hydrated, and our circulatory and lymphatic system are going to thrive. And that's another thing water can help with. Many people with lymphedema are actually afraid to drink water because they're already swollen, especially in their legs. And lymphnet.org had a really great article on the benefits of water for lymphedema, because it said water is actually beneficial because lymphatic fluid has a high protein content, and the body needs water to move that protein out of the water. And the SOKI products, especially the Chi machine, can also help move the lymphatic through the body. A study was actually done by Flinders University with 22 edema patients who needed to eliminate fluid and water retention. And the 22 individuals used the Chi machine every day for 4 weeks. And then they followed up after that to see how they were doing. And the study clearly showed that fluid retention in the legs obviously decreased each week, as well as fluid throughout the whole body. And the study also mentions that not only did these patients have a reduction in fluid in their legs and throughout their body, but the symptoms associated with that fluid, such as pain, tightness, heaviness, and dry skin, improved as well. You'll hear a lot of people say, a rebounder is great for lymph circulation. And I think the Chi machine works great as well, especially since a lot of people don't have the health to jump up and down. So Dr. Pillar was really looking for a machine that individuals could use in their own home on a daily basis to help with their lymphedema. And he thought that the Sun Ancon Chi machine delivers to the legs a reduction in swelling and symptoms, as well as improvement in body composition, such as weight and body fat. So he thought this was a great adjunct for patients who, due to weight or severely swollen legs or other comorbidities, could not undertake more active forms of exercise. So the Sun Ancon Chi machine provides an effective alternative and adjunct home-based therapy that's comfortable, non-invasive, and can give the patient an opportunity of self-management over their condition. So benefits of the Chi machine, or the passive aerobic exerciser, is it can promote oxygenation through deep breathing. You don't use it and have your oxygen increase. Think about this. When you're relaxed, everything in your body loosens. Okay, when you're uptight, we'll talk about this in the emotional segment, everything constricts. So the rhythmic movement of the Chi machine relaxes the body, promoting deep breathing and promoting your blood and fluids to just move freer through the body. It gives you energy. It can help with spinal balancing. If you're uptight and you're all scrunched up, and you can relax and give all your vertebrae and everything room to move. It supports the immune system. I mean, tons of studies have been done about stress and how it impacts the immune system. It can support all the production of blood and other things throughout the body. It offers balance to your nervous system, your internal organs, and it definitely can help with fluid and water retention, and it may even assist in weight loss because you're going to take time to relax. I mean, this is a huge machine. I still think it's the best wellness tool on the market. It totally changed my life. I was in chronic pain and my body was so tight and tense, I could never relax. And after using the machine for about a couple weeks or a month, I could just feel this tension and this stress leaving my body. And then I think my body can do what it needed to do a lot easier. When you look at the ERE, it has benefits similar to benefits of electrical stimulation. It promotes circulation, it enhances muscle strength and endurance because it's forcing the muscle to contract, building it. It's electrical stimulation is used a lot for pain relief, to helping muscles recover from an injury, also helping with stress, promoting range of motion. And studies have been done with electrical stimulation for symptoms of small and large fiber diabetic neuropathy that I found through PubMed, and there's references here. But the ERE is a great machine. It's based on reflexology. So it stimulates with its different modes, different areas of the bottom of your feet, promoting balance throughout the body. Then we have the e-Power, and the e-Power, it's like a battery charger for the body. It's a little more, technical than that, but basically I think the energy of the e-Power is kind of matches the energy of our cells, and that helps balance the energy of the body. And when the energy of the body's balanced, you can improve circulation, you can balance the nervous system, the body can more easily detoxify, you're going to have a stronger immune system, you're going to have stronger, younger looking skin because the fibroblasts are stimulated by that energy. It can help, with weight loss, stress, and it also can help balance the pH. And far infrared, I mean, it's like taking sunshine with you, the beneficial part of sunshine. It's the far infrared rays with the Soki ceramic fur heater that promotes blood circulation, expanding capillaries, assisting in detoxification through perspiration, promoting oxygen to your cells, helping because heat can increase your metabolism. And a lot of people are using hyperthermia in cancer therapy. So this series is going to be about the 8 habits and tying them in with that, because it's really important to realize that our bodies make billions of cells each and every day. And in order to make healthy cells, you need to have a stable foundation. So start today, start sharing, drinking water, eating good food, exercise. And when you think of those things, okay, water, drink water before and after using the Soki products that we share with people. Eat good food, take the Go Greens, take the Circa-Go, take some Betalo to support the immune system, take enzymes to make sure that the food you're eating is getting digested. Okay? Move your body. You know, if you can't move your body, then maybe the Chi machine can provide you with some movement so you can start activating things throughout the body. So it's really important to begin making a deliberate effort and working toward preventing illness, um, focusing on building a solid foundation and by creating healthy habits. I mean, don't wait till something happens to you and you have to make these changes. You know, um, it's funny because I meet people and I work with people and they don't want to give up the pizza and the hamburgers and the Twinkies and all the processed white sugar, white flour foods. But then if something happens to them, most of them, I'd say 75% don't have a problem changing after they've had the bejeebies scared out of them. But some of them still don't want to change. And when they study, you know, when I got injured in 1994, they didn't really know a lot about my condition. And in my opinion, they still really don't. It could be autoimmune, it could be this, it could be that. There's coexisting factors. There's coexisting factors for everything in life because nothing works independently. But they've also come up with, you know, epigenetics. And even though genetically you're predispositioned, you know, prepositioned for heart disease or cancer runs in your family, studies are showing that our lifestyle, what we think, what we eat, what we drink, whether or not we exercise, turns certain genes on and off. So it's never too late to change that message to your own body on what you need it to start doing. So if you don't exercise, it doesn't know to build muscle cells, but when you start exercising, it's going to build more. You know, an athlete's going to have different requirements on his body than I'm going to have. That's where we get our uniqueness based on what we do. So it's really important, and I hope you really join me throughout these next couple months as we explore things. And that if you're not one of those counting your green drinks and your soups and your fruit and veggie juices and your herbal teas, getting that much water, start by drinking water.